people that know me know what I'm capable of. They all say pretty much the same thing, that he's a for sure shoe-in for drawing money. So that's what they need, and that's what I think I'm best at doing, is drawing, money and selling tickets. And I think knowing that, and I don't have to go into guesswork. I know those are facts. So knowing that fact, that I think that gives me a big chance of making it back.
All right. We've had Deborah McMichael, come on the show a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about trying to get into TNA, and she had people signing up on her MySpace or Facebook and trying to get them to get the TNA management to hire her on. Are you doing anything, or your people doing anything in that regards for WWE?
No, I'll tell you, the thing about this, guys, is this: you can get everybody in the country to sign on to something. If they don't want to deal with you, they don't want to deal with you. And then you could get 0 people to sign on and get what you want, because those people are smart, okay? They don't have to look at websites and internet polls, especially with someone like myself. I've been pretty much a proven deal in this business that I'm going to pretty much deliver. So it's just a matter of timing, I believe.
Well, what about the fans? We're not discrediting the WWE saying they don't know, but if they voice of an opinion, should they not be heard?
Say that again.
You alluded to, they know what they want to do. That being the WWE, they know what they want. If they want you, they'll bring you in. If they don't, then they won't. But say the fans, they're all, in agreement that, it's time, we want Sid back.
Right.
Should they not say, let's listen to our fans?
No, I think the fans should be able to voice their opinion any and every way that they want to, and I'm all for that. I'm not going to ask them to do that for me. I appreciate that, all support I get, but I'm not going to get to that point. I want my fans to make that decision on themselves. Eric and Jeff out there in Sacramento working with Psycho Sid Promotions, they do a lot of that. I don't ever ask them to. As a matter of fact, sometimes I ask Eric not to call or not to say anything. It's just because I don't, and that's the way I do. I've talked to him once or twice, and we're all in agreement of what might could happen or couldn't happen. And so I just I think they know what they want to do, and I could get 2 billion people to sign up on something, but that's not going to force them to do it. They'll do it when they get ready to do it, And I'll give you an example real quick about. I hate saying this, but my first introduction to, and I really believe this is that this is one of the first I know of. I don't say it's the first one that was done, but the first tag team of first people I hired off of just internet gossip that I remember was the Caribbean Express. That was Doug Furness and Phil LaFawn. We were going to our cars at night, and people would come to us, and fans would say, "Hey man, when's the Caribbean Express going to get here?" I didn't know who they were talking about. And one of the guys told me who it was, and I knew Doug, but I didn't know Phil. And I thought, man, these guys are coming here. And I knew Doug, and I think he's a great, talent in this business. But man, to hear these fans talk about it, it's like, Jesus, man, Jesus is coming in, And I was like, God, I know this guy. What's he doing so different that I didn't know before, We broke into business together. And when they got there, they were still Doug and Phil. They were great workers, but, like the Sheik would say, nothing special. But and them not making it sort of proves that now I don't think that was the sole reason they got hired on. I think what I heard was that Jim Ross was a big supporter of them and brought them in, and they just they got caught up in that cycle, man, and that machine, and just didn't make it out.
All right, guys, we are on with former WCW, WWE star Sid Vicious. Sid, we do have a caller on the line. Would you be willing to take a call?
Sure.
All right, we have a caller here from the 204. Caller, you are on Hit the Ropes Radio with Sid Vicious.
Hi, this is Charlene. What do you think about Broad going? Should Broad go back to TV 14 or should it stay PG, TV PG?
I'm sorry, I barely hear you.
Do you think Raw should go back to TV 14 or should it go back to stay PG?
You know, honestly, this when people ask me a question like this, the first thing I'm going to do is defend myself and say I'm not old school. But my answer to this is I believe, if you're handcuffing yourself to just a certain demographics, I think, this is just my opinion, I think if you handcuff yourself just to that, you're limiting yourself for what you're possible that you can do. I think they need to go back to a broader audience. I don't see how it would hurt them. Our teenagers and our young people today are so much more educated than they were 10 years ago or even 15 years ago, or a little what they're showing on their show today is not as bad as it was, or it wasn't perceived to be as bad as the TNA that they show on there. So I think that it would be a safer call now to go to to a younger crowd and then still put some of the stuff in here that that the kids could watch as well.
Okay. I'd like to say hi to Joyce, Eric, and Laura. This is the first time you've ever gone on.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for calling. Sid, to piggyback on that, that whole ratings thing, if you were to go back, do you think that could hamper the kind of character that you might have in mind, the whole ratings that the WWE has right now?
Yeah, guys, that's something I've taken a lot of account. Put a lot of thought into is this business, and I'm not going to go into it. We don't have time, but I'm not here to put myself over, and I hate people that do this, but I will have to say this because I'm trying to get myself over. Right? No, I'm going to tell you, and most people you will talk to that know me, I know this business about as well as anyone, and I just have taken so much time to think of an idea or a character that could help this business in every facet that we needed, and of course ratings is one of them. I do have an idea that I think that could be something that could be really great and give every angle that you can imagine to reach out to people to want to tune in to see what this thing was going to happen next. And I think that's what you have to do. There's a lot of things I've been thinking about what we could do in this business to make things, or maybe pick things up again. But there's nothing new. They're all been done 100 times before, so it'd just be repeating what has already been done. But yes, I do answer your question. I do have an idea, and I thought about doing some things to try to every facet of business, not just help the ratings, but try to help everything in the business. Make everything mean something again. And I think that that would be probably as important. If someone could come across and do that for the business, I think that would be the most important thing that someone could do, especially right now.
Definitely. Now, Sid, it sounds like you got a pulse on what's going on, particularly in the WWE. Who has caught your eye just from looking at WWE programming, and if and when you do get back, who would you like to step into the ring with?
Well, this is the thing is, guys, if you follow the business pretty well, you'll know this, that WWE or WWF, they're great producers of baby faces in this business, or heroes. I think almost everyone in there right now would be someone good to work with, because all their baby faces are really have got some good time behind them, and they're all strong, or they're over. And in this business, as a heel, you want to work with the baby faces over, and they got a lot of baby faces that are over. Now, do they have a lot of baby faces over enough to be on top? No, but they do have a bunch of them. So there's a bunch of them that I could work with. There's a lot of them I could get over, and a lot that could help me get me over. So that's not the question. That's a pretty easy answer right there. But now, as far as someone who's caught my eye, he's a heel, and I think he should stay a heel. And I said this about a month ago, is that Jack Swagger. He just got a good look. He works his ass off. I've seen him look good in bad situations. And right now, for his young people and new people coming up, that's the guy